For the last several days, it's been in the 90s with heat indices of around 105 or greater. Really hot. So I haven't come out here and looked at the bees at all. It's just too hot and too difficult when you're all suited up. But we had a nice cold front come through last night, made everything kind of foggy, and it's only like 70 degrees right now. So what I wanted to do was come out here real quick and check the new hive, which is this one here on the end. Just want to make sure that they have gotten into the new hive box that I put on there, because I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of activity. Just want to make sure that they're doing okay. So someone had asked the other day, they said it's too expensive to get into bees. Well, I am wearing literally a $20 bee suit that I got off Amazon, and it came with gloves and it came with a hive tool. It's like 20-25 bucks. And this, I've had this one for years and years and years, and it's worked fine. Now granted, it's really just a sheet so if you just wear this, you are going to get stung. I learned I need to wear a hat on top of it, because if you just wear the outfit and it's flat against your head, of course I don't have a lot of hair either, but they will sting you straight through there. But it's basically just baggy clothing. And then the gloves, you know, just have the suit inside the glove, so you pull it through like you're putting on gloves in the wintertime or a coat in the wintertime. So it's double layered there. I have been stung through these before. Usually it's when I'm covered in bees, if I'm roweling them up, I'm moving, taking frames out and things like that. But the other day when I moved this, we're calling it the squirrel hive because we got out of a squirrel box, I got stung really bad through that, and that was a $300 suit that I was wearing versus a $20 suit. So even the really expensive ones, I can still get through if you get a lot of bees on you. So anyways, to get started in beekeeping, you really don't even need to go and buy a set of bees, because bees are just out there. You know, if I would have known that, I never would have actually bought bees, because the first year that I had bees, I paid for 2 hives. That summer, I think I caught 2 or 3 swarms. So I didn't have to pay for them, but I didn't know better. So basically, you can buy 1 hive box. You can get it at some home stores carry them. You can definitely order them online. And then you can take the specs from that one you buy and just copy it. You can just go buy the lumber, cut it up, screw it all together. In fact, so this one on the bottom is one that I had bought. The one on the top is one that I made. I can tell that because these are decking screws screwed in through the side, and these are staples. So basically all I did was when I bought this one, I just copied what it was and then made another one. I've made, let's see, that one I think I made all of that one. So, and these are just simple boxes. There's nothing really spectacular. I'm pretty sure I made this one too. So that's probably 50-60 bucks, maybe a little more now with prices being higher on everything. So you could buy a cheap suit like this. If you buy a kit, you may get the smoker, a hive tool, gloves, and a top. That'll be between $30 and $50. You can buy them on Amazon. You can even buy a hive kit on there. Man Lake is where I buy most of my stuff. They also sell on Amazon, but I think it's cheaper if you go through them directly. They're pretty quick on delivery. Again, some local stores may have a hive kit you can buy as well. You're looking at probably in the range of, well, I'd say probably 70 to 100 to 130 maybe, to get the frames, the inner cover, the lid, all that. I built my bases. So I built my own bases that they sit on based off of another YouTuber that I watched years ago, and they work out great because I can fit 2 hives on it. This is perfectly spaced, so I can put frames in the middle, so when I'm working on the hives, I can take frames out and set them in here. We can't see on that side, but I need to extend these out a little more. I could put frames on this side too. Makes it really easy to work on them. that probably ran me another 50 bucks to build those bottom frames just for the lumber, because there's some 4x4s in there. So all in all, less than $250, if that. You can get a whole box and hive and all your stuff up and running. Then all you gotta do is catch bees. So to catch them really isn't very difficult. You can put a post out on Facebook, let your local pest companies know that you are a beekeeper, and you'll get calls in the springtime. Around April and May time frame is when most of the bees are swarming, even into June. This one we got the other day was in July. It gets really late. You don't want to catch them too late in the season, because they won't have enough time to build back up their reserves and everything before winter. They have to feed them all winter long. But you'll get calls for swarms, especially off Facebook. Most of the swarms I've caught have been off Facebook. I'll put a post out there in the local, buy, sell, trade, or things like that. Just say, hey, springtime, if you see bees, let me know. I'll come get them for free. Most people think they're going to pay you for them. It's when we got out of the this squirrel nesting box, they kept trying to pay me for it, and I said, guys, I don't need it. I mean, we're going to turn around and make this into money. We're going to harvest the honey, sell it at the farmer's market, and make money on it. So there's no need to get paid to take these bees away. A lot of people have tried to pay me for it, and I usually just I bring them a jar of honey once I get a chance to harvest it. So anyways, I've even turned down this year. We've been so busy building the house and everything. I've actually turned down at least 3, if not 4 calls to go and get bees. One, because I don't really have any place to put them. I haven't built more boxes, but then we're working on the house and everything. So you don't really even have to buy bees. You go out and you buy them, and they're going to be at least $200 probably if you buy a nuke nowadays, and you can get them for free. You just got to be patient, throw out a post on Facebook. You will get calls from your pest guys. In fact, this one, the squirrel box that I got, actually came from a pest control company. They were out doing spraying on the house, and the lady asked them if they knew how to get rid of bees, and the guy said, yeah, I know this beekeeper. So pretty easy. Anyways, I'm going to check out this box now. So again, this is the squirrel box that was attached to a tree that I took down. And all I did is I cut a hole on either side. You can see that pipe in there that runs into here. So they have to come out of the box into my hive body before they can escape. And I'm concerned because I just haven't seen a whole lot of activity. I've noticed this is shifted over. I don't know if I did that and didn't realize it, or if an animal did that. Sometimes you will get raccoons and things in there messing around. So anyways, all I'm going to do is just take this lid off and see if they're actually in the box there, and if not, then I'm going to have to figure out why. Ooh, I hear them all buzzing from that one. Well, they're in there. Yep, and they're mad. So that's about all I'm going to do. I know they're in there because they're buzzing me, so I'm just going to leave them alone. So that's doing good. After a while, the queen, they'll start building comb in here. Maybe I will get in. I'm going to get my smoker and just check them out. After a while, they'll build up the comb in here, and then the queen will eventually come out, and she'll stay in this box. And then I'll take this box off probably next year. I went ahead and opened the hive and just backed off a little bit to let them settle down. But I can definitely see that there are some bees in there, clustered on the right side. My smoker got chewed up by a mouse, so I went to go grab it, and it's chewed up. I really need to get a better system back in here. But anyways, so I can clearly see we got bees down in there on this right side, which is where the entrance to the other hive, or to this box over here, is where the original hive's at. So it's good to see that they're getting in and out. I don't see any new comb being built though, that I can tell. But at least they're in there and they're moving around, they're getting in and out, which is why I wanted to make sure. So they got a long ways to go. I'll probably have to feed these guys through winter because it just turned August. It's August 1st today or August 2nd today. And they're not going to have a lot of time to build up their reserves before winter hits. So I'll probably have to feed these guys through the winter. Another thing I can do is I can take some honey from one of my other hives and then put it in here through the winter, and they'll be able to use that as well. But looks pretty good. Okay, I'm working on Barry's bathroom. The countertops, this is a 30-inch vanity, and I bought a 36-inch vanity top. So now I can actually extend this over a little bit and put some shelves underneath to give more countertop space on the top there. 4 inches on this side needs to be cut off, and that is exactly what the backsplash is 4 inches. So I went ahead and got the tile saw already set up at 4 inches. So when I cut this side off, it'll end up just going right up onto the wall here, and that will be my backsplash on the wall on this side.
How are you going to grab it when you push it all the way through?
It'll be resting on there still, or I'll get up like this and grab it from that side.
Okay.
So you hold that in, and I'll push it through, and then this piece we got to keep because it's the going to be the side backsplash.
What's the other piece for?
Huh?
What's the other piece for?
What other piece?
There's another piece in there.
That's the backsplash.
Sweaty.
Glad that's over.
You don't have to do that again.
Nope, it's just one side. Yeah, I think it was pushing. I think it was pushing the blade over. And right there, it's getting tight.
Yeah.
I recut this and then.
Oh, I hurt my back.
Okay, Nat, and I got the vanity top cut, and it fits in there just like we hoped. So on this side where that overhang is, I can put some shelves underneath there, toilet paper holder, things like that. Then this is the piece that we cut off the side at 4 inches, and now it becomes the side backsplash. So all I gotta do now is the backsplash that came with it is 37 inches. I'm just gonna set it up here, mark where it needs to be cut at, cut that down, and then we'll be good to go. This is a bit higher than normal. You know, Barry's over 6 foot tall, and this is kind of his deal. So it'll help out be a little higher for him. So after waiting for months, I finally got my ceiling fan in. It's a 60-inch DC motor, so it should be a little bit more energy efficient, but I've literally been waiting on that for a long time. I finally found it in a nearby city. Drove up there to get it. So it looked pretty good. Hope it kind of mimics a little bit of a windmill to go into the kind of the barn theme. Ideally, at some point, I'd love to get a windmill somewhere out in that field. Never get the pond done, but finding them is very difficult.
We are finally taking a break. Just played a board game, and now Tim and Sydney are playing Battleship. Battleship.
Don't tell him. Like,
Don't tell him. Oh, look what she's got. Look what she's got. Go, Tim, go.